A lot of people seem to be unaware of the fact that the society we're living in nowadays is like the Matrix, where each of its inhabitants is unwittingly controlled. Why and who exactly is controlling the people is still up for debate, but there's definitely something fishy going on in modern society. I mean, with the way the idea of a nuclear family is actively being erased, as well as the constant attacks on masculinity. Masculinity is what makes males men, and it's also the driving force that keeps him going. It's also the one that prevents him from normalizing degeneracy. A man without morals and values is essentially someone who won't bother questioning the degeneracy going on in the world. They want people who don't inspect and judge laws and regulations made by them, and just follow it blindly. Like mindless drones, similar to how most ants are in their society. Just do the work assigned to you. Never step out of line, and you'll be happy. That's their promise. But we as men need to break free from the Matrix. And the only way to do so is to let go of the habits that destroy us. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at 5 habits that are extremely detrimental for a man and why he should quit said habits. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Number 5. Being addicted to not safe for work content. Alright, this one is pretty obvious. And you've probably heard this from pretty much every self-help channel here on YouTube. You probably even read this if you're into self-help books. So, I'm not going to bore you with the usual details about how it's bad for you and how it's a deep addiction that's similar to being addicted to crack. I'm not going to tell you how frequently satisfying yourself ruins the testosterone production in your body and how that in turn causes your masculinity to take a devastating hit. I'm not going to tell you how a brain that's addicted to this is similar to a junkie's brain. No, you probably already know all these things. So instead, I'm just going to say this. Quit. I know it's easier said than done, but there are definitely ways that can help you quit. The biggest advice would be to stop watching the content itself before you quit doing the deed. I know it seems weird, but trust me, you're addicted to more than one thing in this case, and quitting both at once can be nearly impossible. So quit the content first, then quit the other thing. And try to keep yourself distracted at all times. Your goal should be to always come back to bed so tired that you wouldn't even have the energy to do the deed, even if you wanted to. Remember, an empty mind is free real estate for the devil. So don't let yourself stay bored. Do something productive. Heck, don't do something productive. Go play games or watch a movie. Just keep yourself distracted. And last, try to take cold showers whenever you feel the urge. Trust me, nothing drives away the urge faster than a cold shower. There are countless other ways that can help you quit this addiction. And don't hesitate to ask help from your fellow brothers on the internet. The community is sure to help you. Moving on to the next habit. Number 4. Lack of discipline and critical thinking. What separates a man from an animal? Is it his ability to think? Is it his ability to stand on his 2 legs? Or is it man's ability to form a community? Well, whatever your opinion may be, for me, the one thing that separates us from an animal is our ability to have logical thinking. Our ability to be critical about things. As a real human being, we make our decisions based on logic and facts. Sure, we might be emotional creatures, but we don't give in to our emotions at every turn. We don't just do things simply because we feel like doing them. Granted, some people do things that they just felt like doing. And that's not necessarily a bad thing depending on the context. But I'm talking about a more serious context here. Things like choosing who you're going to marry, what you're going to do as a job, as a career, what business to start, things like these. We're critical about these things. This ability to think critically about things is something that we should incorporate into every important aspect of our lives. Don't just believe in things just because someone told you. Think about them. Make your own decisions. Form your own opinions. Base your perceptions on facts and proofs, not just emotions. Number 3. Indecisiveness. The third habit is indecisiveness. It's probably fine to be indecisive in smaller decisions like what flavor of ice cream I should get. Should I wear blue jeans or the black ones? Being indecisive here doesn't really matter much. But when we talk about the more important decisions, being indecisive can really mess up your life. You need to remind yourself that you're the only one that's going to be responsible for your decisions. And you're the only one that's going to suffer for them as well, provided that you decided poorly. So I have to choose wisely. Stop relying on others to lead your life. You're a man. Lead yourself to glory. Number 2. Wasting away your prime years. For a man, his early 20s to his mid-30s are the prime years of his life. And there's a reason why these years are thought to be the golden time of your life. It's the time you're most energetic and hold the most potential. Engage in the right habits, work hard, eat clean, meditate, work out, and you're well off financially, physically, and mentally in the future, and indulge in the wrong habits, and you'll have an adverse impact on your later life. So these golden days are not to be wasted and should be utilized in the right way. Number 1. Negative self-talk. The opinions we hold about ourselves are a major part of what we end up becoming in our lives. Think of yourself as this perfect human being that's just on his way to obliterate every obstacle. And chances are you might just end up doing that. Think of yourself as a loser that's never going to get far in life. Well then, you probably won't. Self-talk, or the perception we have of ourselves, can have a deep impact on our lives. I mean, haven't you wondered why so many narcissistic people are also some of the most successful people in life? That's because, no matter what happens to them, they just never seem to shake off the idea that they're simply not good enough for something. They just believe that they can do it, and they end up succeeding. And I know it's not that easy keeping a positive outlook on life. I know sometimes you just hate yourself so much that you'd rather just end it completely. These are intrusive thoughts, and they're completely normal to have. But we mustn't give in to these thoughts. If we do that, we're only going to end up losing what we had left. So try to keep a positive self-talk going next time. Even if you fail, instead of cursing yourself or your abilities, promise yourself you'll do better next time. Be positive. So that was all for this video. If you guys liked the video, why not like and subscribe? It's sure to help the channel and motivate me to continue doing what I do. If on the other hand, you didn't like the video, please let me know in the comments below so that I can improve my mistakes. As always, you've all been fantastic. Stay tuned for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and goodbye.